Because I want to be like Oprah Soulful Sundays.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Enjoying the show.
Well, over the years, I really figured out that fear can be our greatest obstacle. It can be our greatest enemy. I used to be very, very insecure. Matter of fact, I believe that I was one of the most insecure men on the planet. Very insecure. Because I didn't know my worth. Now, you have to understand, I've been singing for a very long time. Ever since I was 9 years old. Probably before that. Aveon saying this, Aveon saying this, Aveon saying this, Aveon saying this. That's all I've been, was a singer, an entertainer. And not really knowing who I was as a person, I fell into the hands of people who would use me and throw me in the trash. Why is this? Because I just didn't know who I was. I've been around some Grammy award-winning songwriters, producers. I performed in probably 200 show bands. I have a song bank of 2,000 songs. I've been performing for 13 years consistently in the corporate world. When Chris Brown first came out, I was so insecure. I said, there's no way I'll be able to defeat this man. He could do it all, and he's light-skinned. I still got bumps on my goddamn face. You know what I mean? So how could I compete with this man? You know what I mean? What a little dick. Oh my God. You know, that changed the whole scope for me. I already was conscious of that and conscious of the wave that, or the impact that my insecurity would have. It'll be all in the blogs, all in the magazines. Everybody will be talking about it because they can see it through my pants. They can see how I wear my pants. They can see everything. And that's what really made my insecurity come out.
Visit EmbracePangea.com to treat your intimate areas with the products it deserves. The Pangea wash is made from honeysuckle and rose essential oils, is 100% natural, and doesn't dry you out down there. Don't douche, just in case your mama ain't never tell you that, because that's nasty, okay?
Oh, that's nasty.
Embrace Pangea wash instead and leave you and your yoni feeling clean, fresh, and with a balanced pH. EmbracePangea.com is where you can explore all of these wonderful vegan and plant-based products. Use the promotional code TASHAK for 10% off your first order at checkout.
It made me the most insecure man. I remember I used to date this girl and I would never let her out the house. Never. She would never come out the house. I would have gigs in other countries. I would decline those gigs because I was so scared that this girl was going to cheat on me while I was gone. That's how insecure I was. I was so insecure that oh my God. If I had a bump on my face, I would not leave the house. I don't give a damn if somebody paid me $7,000 to perform. If I had a bump on my face, and I be having these extreme pus bumps from eating cheese and milk and dairy and all that shit, but you know. But I would not leave the house. I was very insecure. And my message to everyone in the world today is do not be insecure. But when I say people have used and abused me, don't get it wrong. I have never been molested. I have never been raped. I have never done anything I did not want to do. That's point blank. Everything that I've ever done, I did it because I wanted to do it. So, and to blame others, to blame people on my own lack of self-worth, it's quite pitiful, and it's quite it's yet entertaining. We cannot forget that part, you know, because I'm the only man to do it. There's a lot of men that would never be able to do that and say it quick, like they have no problem with it. I've been fortunate to I've been fortunate to have been raised by strong women, strong black women at that, strong people. And I just can't say strong black women. I've had teachers. Matter of fact, my favorite teacher, Miss Toni Henson Slade, been all over the world. She recognized my writing at a very young age. She recognized it. And she was like, son, you're going to be something special. No, my own parents ain't never said that to me at that time. You know, I've never felt a love like that because I was like, what does she see in me exactly? Because she never embraced another student like that. And I said, okay. But things like that hold on dear to me, you know, in my adult life. Because, you know, I was an atheist for 10 years. And in atheism, I thought I could really create my own reality. Now, me being an African in diaspora, I do partake in ancestral worship and ancestral recognition, but it was not in the most humble way. It was, I'm gonna make a shrine for you and you gonna do this for me kind of thing versus I'm humbly, I respect you as my elder and I know you are guiding me, whether I want you to guide me or not. It's an involuntary thing like blinking or your heartbeat rate or your heartbeat going. But I just realized throughout my life that insecurity could really hold you back from everything. Everything. There's a show called The Four. P. Diddy himself called me and says, son, I think you really should be on the show. Now, mind you, I just got signed to Wendy Williams and her husband. I'm thinking this was years ago. I'm thinking that I got a powerhouse already. So why would I have to go on The Four when I could easily go on the Wendy Williams show? And I was like, P. Diddy, I said, I would rather go in through the way that you went through. I wouldn't want to go on a show because I don't know any artist that's still relevant today that's been on a show and people remember them other than Fantasia, Ruben Studdard maybe, you know. I don't know any of the other shows, winners. I don't know any other winners, do you? But The Four, he called me, he said, this is a new day and time. I was like, oh man, I said, I'm good, but I'm gonna stay where I'm at. Me, in this mind, I would have went on The Four. I would have went there because you need every opportunity you could get. You need all the exposure you could get. But me being insecure, me being not knowing who I am, me still trying to be, oh my God, paradoxically contradictive. Paradoxically contradictive. Because I'm looking at an older person like an elder, but I'm not. I look at my elders as elders, but I don't. Because for some reason, the way I was raised as a kid, it seems hard to really have respect for somebody who's older because you see their flaws. And see, that's the struggle that I went through as a kid growing up, 20s. You look at your parents' flaws and you say, oh man, I don't want to be nothing like that. And then as you start being tested in the world, you find out that you result to that data. Once you understand that you are your mother's flaws, you are your father's flaws, now you can fix it. I can fix it. It's like if you get a cold sore in high school on your lip, you're gonna try to do everything you can to get rid of that damn cold sore. You're gonna try to do everything. Why? Because you know it's an embarrassing thing. You know that it's gonna stay on for a while. You're gonna have to go through the trials and period of people just looking at it like this, you know. What do you think having a little dick do? That is the most, and especially you being a singer. A singer, I'm on stage. I performed at football games, basketball games, stadiums, weddings, bar mitzvahs, retirement parties, cruise ships. Women gonna look at your print. They gonna look at it like, I don't give a goddamn who you is. They looking at your print. They women. They attracted to men, you know, with toys. And to have a girl who's really have that adrenaline rush for you as a singer, take her back to the room, you drop your pants and she don't want to do it no more. Now that ain't happen often because I have great conversation. I'm a charismatic person, but the times that it has happened, it's that stuck with me. And then to hear other men's stories about how they have sex with their women, I'm like, oh my God, I don't know anything about that life, you know? It is two different realities that I've lived on both sides. Because once I found out that size did matter, I realized, I said, okay, I bought me a penis.
The olive leaf extract can help detox your body in just 7 days. It's like magic, but better because it's real and it gives real results. And I know this because I personally use it. The olive leaf extract can help lower your blood pressure, clear eczema, and fight against autoimmune diseases and so much more. Now, I want you to do something good for your health and just visit their website at www.myoliveleaf.biz. The link is located below in the description box as well as in the comments.
And I started having sex with women with a penis. Now, I don't know about you, or I don't know about any other man, or I don't know about any other woman. But for me, I noticed, even when I had it on, and I would pull it out in front of other women. And I'm married today. I haven't done none of this while I'm married, but in my creative life, I have experimented. It's a whole nother different female. When you pull, if I pull out a small penis, a woman gonna be like, okay, small penis, okay. You know, she gonna be in her head. But if she still like you, she's still gonna do it with you. Let you have a big dick though. Got a big dick? Oh my God, oh, it's so big. Oh, right, we wanna touch all on it. Totally different. She make you feel manly just from you pulling it out. She make you feel like, okay, I'm the fucking man. You know what I mean? Don't give a fuck what nobody say. You see, I missed that school in my life. I didn't know what that school was about. It was more of a, oh, I gotta spit game to this girl. I gotta talk her ear out. No. 90% of the girls that I pulled the big dick out in front of, I didn't have to talk too much. but it was 10% of the girls that in my youthful life and in my life where I didn't know anything about penis or sex, I noticed that I had to talk to them more. I had to really get deeper in their minds. And after I revealed myself to them, because it was like a protective barrier. I would say I have to tell this girl, I have to give this girl the best of myself, because I know once I reveal myself to her, she's not going to be, the energy is going to plummet. I totally understood that. It's just like somebody saying, once I smile, they're going to look at my teeth, you know, and the energy going to change towards me. It's insecurity. But see, my father, he taught me the science of it. He taught me the science because I would tell him over and over again, Dad, I'm going through things in my relationships. I'm going through things with women and they're talking to me this way. They're treating me this way. It seemed like everything is good, but when it gets to that 8th month, I can't get through to them for some reason. I can't prolong the relationship, like they get tired. He said, son, because you're dick. It's because you're dick, son. He over looking at me live my life, see his life through my life. And my problem with him is, if you're going to tell your son something, give him a solution. Don't just give him the science. Because I'm up here questioning every girl I've ever been with, saying, do you think penis size matter? Do you think penis size matter? Do you think penis size matter? Every girl like, that shit don't matter. Oh, it don't matter. Oh, it don't matter. Money matters. Okay, what do you take a girl? What do you take that same girl and take her out the country? Well, money don't matter. Well, you're paying $1,000 a year for rent, $2,000 a year for rent, and your expenses are not that much. What happens when you just got time on your hands? When you're walking around the house naked and you notice she's acting a certain way. When you ask her to cook, why don't you cook? If things are not in the proper right place, the woman just get frustrated for just reasons out of just nowhere. And then me, on the other hand, I cannot blame a woman for their attitude, because I'm not my highest self. I'm wondering, man, is she treating me like this because my dick little? Is she treating me like this because I'm all in my own head? Not trying to give her the best of who I am. Because the best of who I am is what she fell in love with. It's just I got content with her, and she knew it. Every woman knew it. I got content, not knowing who I was. Because if I would have known that I was a dark-skinned, 5'7" man, little penis, you know, great singing voice, great personality, great charismatic, very smart, you know, can see the future, can telepathic, you know, is a musician, you know, all these things, they start to outweigh my little flaw. You know, especially when I know that there are herbs on this planet that can fix that. There are hormone doctors on this planet that can fix that. There are several different innovative approaches to fixing it. And I've gotten to a place where I did fix it. I got to a place where I fixed it over and over and over and developed it exactly the way I want it, as if I went to the store and picked it up myself. And see, I think that, there's a guy named Mr. G. He just wrote a book called My Journey with Dr. Sebi. And it's funny how he met the man that can heal AIDS, HIV, herpes, lupus, all this stuff. And then he met another guy that could heal the same thing with his hands using kinetic energy. And then it's so ironic that he meets one of the most intriguing voices of our generation, me, and that I can grow my penis naturally with herbs and something called PRP platelet shots. I'm in a very blissful place in my life, and where I can say anything about myself and not be afraid. Because if I can say it, you know what? I caused a wave of transparency throughout the internet. Me and my wife, the reason she was eating those grapes is because she knew after all this was over, everybody is gonna be happy. Everybody is gonna be in a different place because it's life changing. She knew what I was doing was gonna be a life changer. That's why on that page, it was the only video to get 1 million views. A lot of videos got close, and the page already has 500 and something thousand subscribers, but another 500,000 that's speaking volumes, because people really tuned in and really understood every angle of where I was coming from, of being an artist who's been abused, an artist who has had enough of the music business treating them certain types of way, of the music business not paying artists the way they're supposed to. Do you know how long it took me to learn how to self-teach myself the piano? It took me about 6 months. 6 months to really learn the chord progressions, the C to C, or the 12 keys. It took me 6 months. And then and I'm still learning how to master this instrument. An instrument, just like my voice, you can never master it. You can always fine tune yourself, but you can never master it, because you'll always meet a version of yourself that's better than you, or that you think is better than you. And see, I got to that point where I realized I'm not the best singer, but I'm one of them. I ain't the best looking man in this motherfucker, but I'm one of them. I ain't got the best sex in the world, but I'm one of them that do. When I look at life like that, I say, well, everything is balanced now. Even the food I eat, I was a starch alkaline vegan. I learned you just can't be alkaline vegan because you don't have any acid in your stomach to, regulate it. How are you going to eat all these alkaline foods? You don't have no acid. Your body, you're going to get sick. You need some type of acid. You need some type of balance or some type of starch, So if you're going to eat meat, eat the best meats. If you can't afford the best meats, you might just go to vegetables and stuff like that. But if you're going to eat fish, eat the best fish. Eat the best for yourself. Do the best for yourself. Like the Chinese guy said, he had a friend that wake up every morning, 7 o'clock in the morning to go run. Did this for the past 11 years, every day, no matter if it rains, sleet, or snow. Might have had a baby, no matter. He said, man, what make you do this, man? What make you get up every day to run 7 o'clock in the morning? He said, bro, I'm a runner. That's just what I do. That's a breakthrough. That was a breakthrough for me. Even to know that the Most High, because I do believe in a higher power. I do believe in God. I am a Christian at heart. I was raised as a Christian. My grandma took me to church just about every day because she was the bookkeeper. And the thing that made me the atheist was I just got tired of going to church and being indoctrinated with something that didn't really fit into my DNA. But see, what I realized about the Bible and about the Quran, about any religious text, you have to look at it figuratively. Because if you want to start any country, if you want to start any culture, you have to start with punctuation. You have to start with emojis. You have to start with a new culture, a new language, a new a new set, a new way of thought to keep everyone going and to keep everything in its proper order and place. But you see what I learned about any biblical text or the Quran.
All right, guys, time to shout out one of my sponsors. You guys know that it's tax season, and I know you guys are going to be shopping for new and used cars. If you were smart, you would get a used car, okay? Take it from somebody that know that's in a new car right now, and I'm trying to get that shit back. Please visit the Carmarshal link below, okay? This is a site that has over 100,000 cars in stock, ready for you to choose from, and using the link below in the description box as well as in the comments, you just type in your zip code and they will do the work from there, okay?
I learned that it's all figurative. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Now, the atheist or the skeptic would say, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Why didn't it just say, in the beginning, I created the heavens and the earth? The way, if God would have wrote it, it would have been the first person. And so it's fact to say, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. It's really saying that, you know, somebody else wrote it. So we got that. The heavens and the earth. What are the heavens? If you look up the word heaven, you see the word haven. What is haven? A safe place where ships can dock. Now, see, I never got that analogy because in my world, ships usually represent a man's penis and heaven usually represents a woman's vagina. And every time you go inside heaven, you can create life again. And see, there's a Bible verse called John 3:16. And for God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son. Whoever believes in him should not perish but have everlasting life. That's the same exact thing as saying when a man ejaculates inside of a woman, he gives his only begotten seed. And to heaven or to life. Life birthed that seed. And that seed will have everlasting life if it believes in itself. Now, when it believes in itself, it'll accumulate dollars beyond this planet where it could brain switch. Now, what if you could take your same brain and put it in another person's body? You can have everlasting life because your brain has immune privilege. It cannot die. Your organs have immune privilege, can't die. Your testicles have immune privilege, can't die. Your lungs have immune privilege, can't die. And your eyes. These organs can be transplanted and put anywhere, but your brain is the most important because that's the one that controls the body anyway. How do I know this? Because having a small penis, it'll make you research everything to grow it. And see, there was always nothing or nobody to tell me how to actually do it. My father has put me on over 300 experiments because, like I said in the video, I was born with hypospadias. And every man that I've ever been transparent with to tell that I had a small penis after I got tired of them telling me their damn stories about how they was all these women and doing all this to women, I was floored. I was like, how are this even when I watch porn? I'm like, how are these girls just even going on porn with these guys? And then I noticed, I said, oh, they're taking them to another world. You know, so they already freaked out. You know, so they get on Pornhub. You know, I could never freak a girl out. I could freak a girl in love. I could make love to a woman. I could give you all my love. And see, I noticed a mature girls who are mature, they like that over being freaked out because freaked out have you in a matrix. Have you in a matrix, you know, keep just being in a matrix till you die out like a zombie, you know, and Lord, behold, I'm in a good place where everything is blissful. Everything is, because they say ignorance is bliss. And right before I had this interview, a barber of mine, he said, man, you know what? I ain't curious about a lot of stuff. And I said, what? Now me, I've been a curious mind since a child. But to hear someone before I even sit down and talk to everyone here, he said, I'm not ignorant, but I'm not curious about a lot of things. He said, I'm just concerned about what's in my box. I said, wow, you lived your whole life like that. I have to get out and explore. I have to get out and adventure. I have to go to the beach. I have to travel the world, see other countries, see other things, learn different cultures. I have to do that. But that was so humbling for me because I never thought people thought like that. For the people in the LGBT community, this is what I can tell you. When we all die, we won't have a physical body. We'll just have the spiritual selves that we are. So if you are a girl with a spirit of a woman, you really are a woman. Because when you die, you still have that femininity. If you're a girl who has the spirit of a man, guess what? When you pass, you won't have genitals anyway. So I understand the politics of America, but I also understand the people of America. And I'm not running for president here. I'm not trying to be the Chris Rock or the, the movie, First Class, First State, First President. Well, I don't know. But the movie Chris Rock was in? Yeah. With Bernie Mac, I'm not trying to be that. But I do represent all artists though. I represent Nicki Minaj. I represent Future. I represent Young Thug. I represent Gunna. I represent Megan Thee Stallion. I represent Babyface. I represent Brian McKnight. I represent Joe. I represent every artist that ever lived, even Little Richard. He's from Macon, Georgia. When Little Richard came out, he was the brightest star, the brightest, because nobody has never seen nothing like him. He was so open. He was making $100,000 in the 50s. A show. $100,000? That is beyond me. But the fact that I am from the same place and I am resonating with the world that's in the same way, I believe in my heart that, and everybody in my circle that encompass my life, they believe some way that I'm going to be something greater than what I am. And I thank the Most High, I really do, for really drawing it out for me to see. Because I really realized that the Most High is always drawing it. If you can keep up with the pen of the Most High, because you can't ever catch up. It's like we're in a desert. If I'm 25 and you're 45, you walk way further than me. You walk way further than me. But your footprints is there. Your footprints it's like this. And then when you look at neurons, my brother, if you look at your neurons in your brain, they're made like trees. It's designed like trees, like from the roots to the branches to the leaves to everything. And you realize that we breathe out carbon dioxide. We give that to the trees and they in return give us oxygen. I don't understand that. That's very deep for me. But I understand that it's the circle of life and it's all the order. And to conclude, I'm Aveon. I hope y'all like me. If you don't like me, I don't care. If you do like me, let's like each other.